Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has issued a measured yet pointed response following Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka public rejection of any political partnership within the Kenya Kwanza administration. In a careful worded statement shared on his official social media platform, Kindiki acknowledged Kalonzo's decision, stating that he would not pursue the matter further, but made it clear that he would not tolerate what he termed as baseless attack on his character or leadership. The exchange came after a weekend of hate and political rhetoric triggered by Kalonzo's fiery remarks during a church service in Ngong, where he disassociated himself from President William Ruto's government and criticized both the president and deputy president for allegedly complicity in state violence. Kalonzo further aligned himself with former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in a bid to solidify an unified opposition force ahead of 2027 general election. In a response, Kindiki adopted a tone of calm assertiveness, expressing respect for Kalonzo's seniority in politics and their long-standing relationship. However, he warned that while he was willing to let the matter of political rejection rest, he would not allow misinformation to go unchecked, especially if they appear designed to tarnish his reputation or distort the truth about his role in government. Kindiki's reaction was triggered not just by Kalonzo's refusal to join the ruling side, but more so by accusations leveled against him in relation to the recent national strategies. Kalonzo had directly linked him to the violent crackdown on Gen Z's protesters and the controversial death of digital influencer Albert Ojwang, claiming that Kindiki bear responsibility due to his former position as Interior Cabinet Secretary and his current role as the Deputy President. Deputy President Kindiki, while avoiding a direct attack on Kalonzo, he emphasized that his silence should not be mistaken for wickedness or admission of guilt. He stated that he deliberately avoided public confrontation with leaders he respects, but maintained that he would not hesitate to defend his record and set the record straight when provoked. Kindiki comments come amid increased political activities in Ukambani and Central Kenya region that are becoming critical battleground as the 2027 election looms. Just days earlier, Kindiki had made effort to reach out to Kalonzo during an economical forum in Kitui County, where he described the Wiper leader as an honorable and a competent statesman. His remarks were widely interpreted as an invitation for Kalonzo to consider working with the government, a proposal that Kalonzo promptly and publicly rejected. Observers note that Kindiki's approach is part of a broader strategy by the Kenya Kwanza administration to chip away at the unity of the opposition. By appealing to senior figures like Kalonzo, who commands a strong base in eastern Kenya, the ruling alliance appeared to be testing waters for the future coalition, or even to neutralize potential threat ahead of the presidential contest. However, the strong pushback from Kalonzo, including his declaration of the unwavering support for Gachagua and commitment to oppose Ruto's leadership, he has re-energized the opposition narrative. Kalonzo has made it clear that he is positioning himself as a central challenger to the current regime and has no intention of joining forces with leaders he accused of betrayal and violence against the people. Kindiki is a balance act. The Kindiki is a balancing act, defending his credibility without engaging in misleading signals as man conscious of both his high office and dedicated nature of the Kenyan political landscape. His insistence on civilian, even amid provocation, contrasts with the more aggressive tone taken by some of his colleagues and allies. Yet, beneath the diplomacy lies a clear message. Deputy President will not allow his name to be used freely in political battles without consequences. As Kenya inches closer to another election cycle, the memories of recent tragedies like death of Albert Ojwang continue to haunt the public discourse. Kindiki is under pressure to maintain political stability and personal accountability. With opposition voices growing louder, the ruling coalition facing multiple crises from economic hardship to allegation of police brutality. Leaders like Kindiki are being closely watched on how they respond, not just to criticism, but to the test of legacy and leadership. The unfolding sparred between him and Kalonzo is more than just a disagreement over alliances. It is a reflection of high political stake and the fragile state of the national trust in government institution. As the 2027 campaigns begin to take shape, the question remains whether Kindiki will stay above the fray or be forced into trenches of an increased bitter political war.